We wanted to come here because of the importance of Belarus and the relationship with the United States. I do hope that we can normalize our relationships and we can be responsible for it. It can happen under our watch. But it's critically important that there be compliance with the OSCE commitments on human rights and democracy.
Belarus has always supported and continues to support closer, versatile, constructive relations with your country. But these relations should be based on the principles of a sovereign equality of the parties, non-interference into internal affairs of other states, use of respect and trust.
Our concerns are the rights of opposition to be able to legally and with democratic principles challenge the government without fear or arrest. Our concerns are of NGOs being able to operate freely within your country. Our concerns are on election reform so that there's truly free and fair elections in Belarus. You mentioned trade, which is a matter that we feel is very important, but economic reform is required for open trade. We do want to observe what happens in your country, in Belarus, because we do think that's the best way for understanding. But it'd be more helpful if we had a full complement in our embassy.
Why are you trying to find the problems in our country that have never existed? You enumerating the issues of your concern that were once given by the members of our opposition to your embassy and later on to you. So don't you want to be, do you really want to be the mediator between the members of our opposition and the president?
We are here today as Democrats and Republicans. We believe strongly in the hallowed principle of checks and balances. With great respect, we do not receive our information primarily from the opposition, but from a myriad of sources. They are but one source. I would encourage you to look at our constructive criticisms as one would look in a mirror.
You, due to Belarus Democracy Act, not helped us, but on the contrary, imposed the sanctions on our country. So please do not try to convince us that this act is of any use for us. This is a huge damage, moral damage for us. So you should lift all the sanctions imposed on our country. So by doing that, you will demonstrate to our people your kindness, the meaning of the United States, the real meaning of the United States in the world. For the first time, you have heard the points of view of those who really represent the Belarusian nation, of those who is elected by the Belarusian nation. But we are to blame that you haven't heard that points of view before.
I think your suggestion, your first suggestion about more opportunities for us to really understand each other is so important. And I hope we will figure out a way to follow up on your suggestion. I accept your observations that we don't have all the facts. But I tell you that your nation needs to make progress on the human rights and democratic reforms. I think this discussion has been very helpful in moving that along. And we look forward to finding a way to continue this dialogue.